From Bakersfield to the corners of Kern County, the best moments from your Golden Empire gridirons. 17 Sports Director Taylor Shaw, football analyst, Renegade head coach R. Todd Littlejohn. This is FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition. Driven by Sangera Subaru and Dignity Health, Mercy and Memorial Hospitals.
Well, hello and welcome to the second annual FFX Awards. I'm Taylor Schaub. He's R. Todd Littlejohn. Or should I say my name's Ron Burgundy? Look at this thing.
I like it. Ron Burgundy, Taylor Schaub. I don't know. We'll mix it all in.
I'm Taylor Schaub. 2 years in a row, 2 years you just completely outdressed me. What's up with that?
Hey, Finos took care of me.
Coach, we've got a great show for everybody tonight, but what's it time for?
It's time to give the people what they want.
It's trophy time. The FFX Awards, brought to you by Jerry's Pizza and Pub.
Well, Coach, our first award is for the gunslingers. It's for the workhorses, the speedsters, and the bruisers. It's time to find out who is the most outstanding offensive player of the year.
Got some pretty good ones.
Yes, we do. Here are the nominees.
Here are the nominees for the 2022 FFX Offensive Player of the Year. Jackson Santiago, Jr., Centennial High School. Devin Cochran, Senior, Frontier High School. Koa Rhodes, Senior, Shafter High School. Zamir Hall, Senior. Ezekiel Osborne, Freshman, Shafter High School.
Wow, what a group of nominees, Coach.
We knew at the start of the year it was going to be something like this one, and especially with some of the young men that we've had, it was going to be a tough one.
All right, Coach, I know you have the winner in there, and we're not going to have any kind of like moonlight situation here,
Not at
right?
all.
These are all correct?
Well, we think so.
Okay.
We do.
All right, Coach, tell us who it is.
And the winner is Zamir Hall, running back, Ridgeview High School.
Zamir Hall. Let's take a look at his stat line. 1,921 rushing yards, 21 touchdowns in just 11 games played. This guy, Coach, was an absolute beast.
Absolutely, he was all year. He led that ground attack. Great yards per carry average as well, and 21 rushing touchdowns, pretty good.
Zamir Hall transferred back to Ridgeview for his senior year, and he led the Wolfpack. Chris is standing by with the winner.
Well, yes, Taylor, I'm here with Zamir Hall, a regular in the studio at this point, but Zamir, congratulations, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. Now, it seemed like that you put the team on your back in more ways than one, quite a bit this year, but how were you able to kind of continue that production throughout the year?
You know, I would say my off-season training, you know, going out, working hard every day, every morning, you know, just going out there lifting, doing all the little things, which really just, you know, prepared me.
So what does it mean to you to be recognized as the premier offensive player in Kern County?
You know, it's an honor. You know, all the past offensive player years have been phenomenal. So being recognized as one of the top players in Kern County, it's a great feeling.
All right, Zamir Hall, the senior running back from Ridgeview, congratulations and thank you so much for joining us. Taylor, Coach, I'll send it back to you.
Offense is flashy, but you already know defense wins championships.
That's right, Coach, and we've got a number of champions for our nominee for Defensive Player of the Year.
We got a few of them. As we talked about offense, some really good players on defense.
Here are your nominees.
Here are the nominees for the 2022 FFX Defensive Player of the Year. Gamise Helm, Senior, Robert F. Kennedy High School. Grant Buckney, Senior, Liberty High School. Wyatt Ritchie, Senior, Tehachapi High School. Sergio Gonzalez, Senior, Robert F. Kennedy High School. Chase Furtado, Senior, Bakersfield Christian High School.
Coach, those are a lot of lockdown defenders right there. I'd be scared to go up against any of those guys.
So would I. And but again, as we said, defense wins championships, and there's some great young men that played really, really well this year.
Yeah, a couple of studs in that
Yes,
group.
it is.
So who's it going to be?
Well, let's see. And the winner is
Oh, I can feel it.
Grant Buckney, Senior, Liberty High School.
Grant Bucky, he comes from a long line of stud athletes. His brother, right now, Zach, plays at Stanford. His dad, Jeff, a former driller, played in the NFL, and you can take a look at his stats right there. This dude is unbelievable for the Patriots, who just won their second straight league title.
He played really, really well, solidified that defense, and obviously which led to their championship run.
And we're standing by with the man himself, Grant Bucky. Grant, thank you for joining us here in studio. I want to talk about this season for you. After a stellar junior year, you come in after committing to USC. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of eyeballs on you. And not only have you performed, but so have the Liberty Patriots. What was the biggest goal for you this year?
The biggest goal for me was just coming back to Valley and, taking our team, start of the season, you could start out a little slow, you kind of figure out how your team is, but you really want to play the best football that you have at the end of the season. And that was our goal, was to come back and win another Valley championship. You
go back-to-back with a chance to win a state title, something that has eluded Coach Brian Nixon and eluded this core group of guys. How are you feeling heading into state playoffs?
I mean, it's just, it's the most fun time when you get to play football. It's, when it's win or go home, all the stakes are at hand. So, that's when I feel like I play my best football.
Okay, we're going to send it over to Chris, who's got the highlights from Grant's game on Friday night.
Well, thanks, Taylor. Coach said it, defense wins championships, and if you're looking for proof, look no further than the Liberty Patriots Valley title run. Grant Bucky and the Patriots hosting a Valley title for the first time in school history, playing the Panthers for the first time in the Brian Nixon era. It's the first quarter after a quick 3-and-out for Memorial. It's Krishawn Kizzy taking the punt 65 yards to the house. 6-0 Pats. Still in the first, the Panther star playmaker Brandon Ramirez. He's showing why he rushed for 510 yards the past 2 weeks. He had some more here. That is a touchdown, and it's 7-6 Memorial. Liberty would settle for a field goal next, and then it's Ramirez. He's not settling. He's pounding into the end zone. 20-yard touchdown, 13-9. Panthers in front. And in the late second quarter, Pats in the red zone. Last week's hero, Cole O'Brien, he calls his own number. He gets in, 16-13 Liberty. It's back and forth, but the Pats would be on the move later. Jace Nixon finding Kizzy deep for the score. 80 yards. Kizzy does the rest. Pats would go on to win this one 29-13. Their defense, Bucky, and the defense hold strong.
Kids resilient, man. They fight, they put the work in, and I'm so proud of them. It's just love them to death.
It's special. It's special to be here back-to-back years and come out with a W back-to-back years. It's amazing, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this team, to be a part of this program, and it feels great.
So the Patriots find themselves on the road for their regional test. Liberty heads south to Yorba Linda High School on Saturday. The Mustangs undefeated on the season, a stiff test as Brian Nixon seeks the state title. It has always eluded him. Kickoff, it's Saturday at 6 p.m. Taylor, Coach, back to you.
Well, Coach, how about them Patriots?
How about them Patriots? They did a great job, and credit to his staff and the players for going through that early season adversity with Buchanan, and then they just got better and better each week.
Yes, they did. Well, still ahead, an award for the unsung heroes. We'll break down the nominees for your special teamer of the year. That's after the break. Plus, who will win tonight's top prize? The FFX Awards returns in 2 minutes.
FFX is proud to be fitted by Finos. When it comes to quality men's suits in Bakersfield, Finos menswear and tuxedo is all you need. FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition, powered by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Well, Coach, if you could design an award for you to hand out, I think it would be this one, Special Teams Player of the Year. They're often the unsung heroes that are the difference between winning and losing, and this year they made a lot more of a difference in winning.
Absolutely they did, and I love special teams, and they're special because you got to start the game with a special team. but it's those hidden yards, it's those points that you need after a drive, whether it's 3 or the PAT. Those things all come into play throughout the course of the year.
Let's take a look at your nominees.
Here are the nominees for the 2022 FFX Special Teams Player of the Year. Grant Meadors, Senior, Liberty High School. Martin Rodriguez, Senior, Tehachapi High School. Krishawn Kizzy, Senior, Liberty High School. John Appleton, Senior, Frontier High School. Nicholas Abbott, Senior, Golden Valley High School.
Man, I wish I had a voice like that guy reading those off. Now, I'm sure you'd like to see a couple of those guys as Renegade next year.
Absolutely.
But tell me, who's our winner?
Our winner is, and again, all these young men did a great job.
The drum roll.
Drum roll. The winner of Special Teams Player of the Year, Grant Meadors, Liberty High School.
Well, let's take a look at his stat line. I mean, talk about Mr. Consistency. This guy almost never misses. He is the secret weapon. Coach is standing by with our winner.
Congratulations, Grant, on being the Special Teams Player of the Year. You know I'm a special teams guy now. What have you learned throughout the course of this year in this championship run in your role?
I've learned that my role is important to our team. Scoring points, getting those PATs is important to winning a championship. Last week in our Valley Championship game, it really counted as a factor in our game. So thanks to my holder and my snapper for getting that ball down so I can make those points in that game.
Absolutely, and you played behind Dylan Lynch. You know,
Yep.
What did you learn from him as he transitioned, and how did you implement that this year?
You know, we kind of made each other better. We always competed every practice, and even in games we kicked alongside each other. So it was great to learn from each other, and it's great to see him at the next level.
That's awesome. Well, again, congratulations on a special honor for Special Teams Player of the Year. And man, I tell you, special teams, they win championships.
Yes, sir.
Taylor, back to you.
What a great interview. All right, in Division 3, RFK had already won its first league title. The Thunderbirds on Friday were looking for their 4th section title in school history. Kennedy hosting the 11th seed, Sunnyside out of Fresno. T-Birds get off to a promising start. First quarter, we know Petey Barraza's speedy, but how about these moves, Coach?
How about those moves to get in the end zone early? Gotta love it how he maneuvered his way through those defenders.
17 yards and the score. Jekyll De Leon finds a lane. 36 yards later, he's in for a touchdown, so it's 13-zip T-Birds. 14 seconds left in the half. Julian Orozco. This guy can do it in the air. He can do it on the ground.
Oh, no doubt. He was not going to be left out of that scoring barrage.
Third quarter, Sunnyside finally gets in. It's Daquan Jones punching his way through. So it's 19-6. Could they make it interesting? No, not against this T-Birds team. Coach, they have looked unbeatable so far.
Coach was here last week. He told us exactly what their plan was, and they executed it to a T.
To a T, RFK wins a Valley title.
They put this journey together 5 years ago as 8th graders and wanted to come to this school and be successful and put the work in and the time in. And it hasn't been perfect and it hasn't been easy. So I'm happy for our kids. I'm happy for our community.
Man, it feels crazy. We talked about this since coming in our freshman year. Me and my brothers since 8th grade. And it's like, it's a great feeling, man. Came out here, played with our heart. And we might not be the biggest players out here. And we might not be 6 foot, 6'5", but we play with heart and we come out here to win.
Well, Mario Beyond's squad will stay in Delano for their regional matchup with Irvine Northwood. The Timberwolves have only lost 1 game this season, but the Thunderbirds haven't lost since September 2nd. The D4 AA Showdown kicks off at Kennedy. That's Friday at 7:30. And Coach, I'm telling you, I think these T-Birds can make a run at the state title.
There's no doubt. They are playing very, very well right now together, and that's what you really need this time of year. And I think they're going to just keep riding that momentum right now, along with the communities behind them.
All right, well, when we come back, it's time to honor the men leading their teams into battle. I got one right next to me. your nominees for Coach of the Year coming up. Well, Coach, it's time for our next award. Now, games are played on the field, but they can be won or lost on the sidelines. Our nominees for Coach of the Year know what that means more than most. So do you.
Absolutely, and there were some outstanding coaches that obviously those guys don't get enough credit. We get a lot of blame, but they did a great job all year, and we got some special nominees.
All right, let's take a look.
Here are the nominees for the 2022 FFX Coach of the Year. Brian Nixon, head coach, Liberty High School. Mario Mion, head coach, Robert F. Kennedy High School. Richard Sterrett, head coach, Centennial High School. Chris Crimpian, head coach, Tehachapi High School. Brian Durkin, head coach, Taft Union High School.
All right, Taylor has led Coach off the set because we're worried he may pick himself and throw a little wrench in the plans. But let's take a look at who your winner is for Coach of the Year. Who's it going to be? And your winner is Chris Crimpian, head coach, Tehachapi Warriors. I mean, what a story. Again, star story of the year as well. After falling on hard times, Coach Crimpian has led them back to the promised land. Coach and Taylor are actually with Coach Crimpian, interviewing him as we speak. Let's send it over to them.
And we're standing by with the leader of the Tehachapi Warriors. Coach, thank you for joining us in studio. What has this year meant to you, and what has it meant to the city of Tehachapi?
I'd probably say it had more to do for the city, just clamoring for some football with the COVID year, and then finally able to come back from that last year. Our theme last year was reset, kind of starting over from a year off and a couple down years prior to that. And then really we just piggybacked into this year and having a full off season with these guys, seeing that work pay off, for the guys who've been working since January to come back and have a good year. So it was really a lot of validation on my behalf to see that what we're doing is working well, but also to give the city, some pride back in their football program.
How do you repeat it?
Having a lot of our guys come back is going to be helpful. Our entire backfield coming back is certainly a good thing to have. And, really just get back to what we did to have the success we had this year. What we did this year was awesome and everything, but we also left some points on the field and, a couple wins as well. So we got a hungry group coming back. We just got to get back to chopping wood and doing those things that led to a successful year this year.
Well, the magic is certainly back in the mountains. Chris, we're going to send it back to you.
Well, we'll wrap up our recap of Section Championship Friday with the Cardiac Kids from Shafter. The Generals coming off their 5th one-point game of the season, edging out Torres in a thriller. Now Shafter on the road. And a win would give the Generals their first Valley title in 67 seasons. And it was a high-scoring affair. We'll pick it up late in the second. A deep bomb from senior quarterback Colin Hirschkorn to senior receiver Asher Cummings, 63 yards, and the score 21-14. The Blue Raiders leading at half, and in the early third, it looks so nice you did it twice. Hirschkorn to Cummings again, 57 yards for that score, and it's 28-14. Shafter thinking what happened, because the Blue Raiders are going to add to their lead, yes, they're going to add to their lead once again. A pick six by Landon Almeida. Ezekiel Osborne throwing the pick there, and that's another score. But then Ezekiel Osborne says, well, I'm going to take this one on my back. Jesse Bernal, a 12-yard score, getting a little closer, 35-21. Osborne again over the top to Marion Sloan. That's a 63-yard hookup. It's 35-28. Now you're starting to build the momentum. Shafter, the crowd getting into it. They find pay dirt again. It's senior running back Koa Rhodes, and what a tear he has been on this season. We are tied at 35. Ensuing drive, big play here. The Blue Raiders, are they going to take it? Are they going to take it? It's a fumble. End zone. Shafter recovers. Loses it out of the back. And it's a touchback. And Shafter adding a couple field goals late. Carruthers not able to find the end zone, and the Cardiac Kids out of Shafter have done it again. They win this one, 41-35.
And we only had 4 home games. So we really are, we've been a road team this whole year. So our kids are comfortable getting on a bus and playing in front of other people's crowds. And I mean, it's obvious tonight. I mean, it's obvious this whole run. I mean, we win 2 games by 1 and we come down and I mean, we win this one by 6 points and it was closer than 6 points and we had every opportunity to give that away and we figured out a way to win. So that's all that matters.
So Shafter headed down to Walnut High School for the Division 5A regional matchup. That game Saturday at 6 p.m. Coach Taylor, back to you.
Shout out to them because they persevered, they battled the entire game and it paid off.
Well, they did it in the Central Valley. Now they're going to try to do it in the Southland in the state of California. All right, we've saved the best for last tonight, so stick around. We're going to announce, we're going to don, we're going to crown your FFX MVP next.
FFX is proud to partner with Valley Sports Media. Follow at V Sports Media for exclusive football content throughout the season.
Coach, I don't know about you, but the longer I wear this suit, the more I feel like I'm suffocating. They fitted it really well, but I think I put on a couple of extra pounds at Thanksgiving.
Hey, they told us you got to be careful with Thanksgiving coming up that when we got fitted, it was going to be pretty tough for you.
Well, you look clean, Chris looks clean, I look all right, and we have saved the best for last for everybody. The cream of the crop who put their teams on their back. That's right. Without these players, seasons would not be the same. Here are your nominees for the 2022 FFX Most Valuable Player Award.
Here are the nominees for the 2022 FFX Most Valuable Player Award. Zamir Hall, Senior, Ridgeville High School. Malachi Statler, Junior, Frontier High School. Krishan Kizzy, Senior, Liberty High School. Grant Buckney, Senior, Liberty High School. A.J. Anderson, Junior, Tehachapi High School.
Well, it is the moment we've all been waiting for. In my hands, I hold your FFX MVP. So let's get right to it. Here we go. Your FFX 2022 MVP, Malachi Statler, Jr., Frontier. Let's take a look at his stats, and what a deserving award for the junior. In 12 games, he put up 3,300 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and oh, by the way, he added 5 rush touchdowns for good measure. That all adds up to QB rating of 105, just over 105 actually, and boy, was he a gem for those Frontier Titans. A well-deserved award. Coach Taylor, over to you.
Well, thanks, Chris. He's familiar to this studio. He's Malachi Statler, in for the 3rd time this season, but the first time as the FFX MVP. Malachi, how are you feeling?
I feel great. Thanks for having me, and thanks for choosing me to be the MVP.
How has Coach Bandy helped you navigate through this season and obviously in a leadership position?
Oh, Coach Bandy has done a lot for me, and he has really given me that. He just gave me the ranking to be that guy. You're the leader of this team. You're going to lead us to victory, and it's all on you, man. So.
What does that feel like as a junior? You come in, you take over for Vincent Igo. It was already a high-powered offense, and you take it up a level. Not to mention, you guys made a little deep run in the playoffs. What was that like to be not even 18 years old and being a leader of men out there?
It's a big role, but I mean, as the quarterback, you're very well respected already, especially just from being the quarterback. And when you play well and you just ball out for your guys, they respect you. And that's what a lot of those guys out there just really want, is to win, and I'll be that guy for them.
Malachi, I think everyone respects you in this county. That is our FFX MVP, and that's going to do it for the 2nd annual FFX Awards. We want to thank all our nominees and all the hardworking people behind the scenes that help put on FFX each and every week. And don't forget, we have state playoff football still to come next Friday at 11:11. We're going to bid you a good night.